Love, truth, freedom, peace, and justice for the planet, especially when it's in the hands of the heirs, because we leading the way. We are truly leading the way. Every day is a glorious day, a grand day, especially when you know the truth. So every day is a new day, just like they say New Year, but it's just a new day every day, as if every day is your birthday. But we're gonna every day get better at being who we are, who we came here to be, reconnected to our divine purpose. And when you reconnect with yourself, your higher self, your righteous self, your mature, your of age of majority. A lot of people don't know what age of majority really means. It really means being a part of the majority of the collective that is considered to be adults. And being an adult is you handling your affairs. And when you handle your affairs as a proper adult, you do the responsible thing or you do what is right. Um, Children have to be told what to do, and bad actors just don't want to do what's right. So, so every day is to get better. You know, that's the key, right? Better us. I don't know about them. A lot of their ass in trouble. But I'm blown away from the video that Derek shared with me yesterday. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on the probably the YouTube channel, our family meeting, for everybody to see it. I put it up there tonight, so it'll be up there in the morning. But um, Zuckerberg, Facebook owner, and I want y'all to look at it from the angle I'm looking at it from. He was doing 8 properties, 8 of them, using the technique that we discovered when Supreme was just bullshitting around, talking about, I think we can do it this way. Shit, I don't see no reason why, and stuff like that. And we went through the steps, and some people made wrong steps, and you know, but at the end of the day, it's still all civil. Because even Dunn's situation, just recently they said that she only had to pay for his attorney fees and to get the deed recorded. So, and that's what it's supposed to be from the beginning, instead of all the other stuff they did with the news and arresting her and stuff like that. They went overboard, and they could have paid, but that ain't the topic. But Mark Zuckerberg, the Facebook owner, was doing what we do, the quiet title action, and claiming property. They never used, not one time he paid money. They say he just did a quiet title action. So I think that they're doing mortgages on the land, and if nobody challenges it, it automatically becomes their land. Yeah. So from the angle I'm looking at it, is like these billionaires been doing this shit the whole time. And yet again, we in line with um, some billionaire shit yet again. We just not showing up at the party. Crashed another one. We wouldn't even know what they was doing, what he did, if we would have even been looking for videos like that. Or when you hear a video like that, you wouldn't even see the significance or importance of a quiet title action when they say he did one, because you wouldn't know what it really do or what it's about. You wouldn't know what it is. So we just breeze through shit like that when we don't know what it is because they speak in a different language in a sense. But heirs know what it is. So, um, yeah, that's beautiful. Here we go again. All right, so I'm gonna share some stuff tonight. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna share. It's about how to do your civil process when you're suing someone, and we mostly will sue government officials in the federal court. Um, any regular being or corporate owner that's not a government official, we can sue them in the state or the county that the business is in. If you don't get justice, you can take it to the federal. In most cases, we will take majority of our claims to the federal, especially when it comes to property. When it comes to property, yes. And um, the reason for that is the Aboriginal title claim. It is the highest form of claiming any property, and you can only do so if you are doing it through a tribe, nation, or a state that is not funded by the United States or any state. So it has to be totally independent, and that's what Air Nation is. So, yeah. So let me share my screen real quick. So these are the steps of a claim when you're filing your claim. This is more so pertaining to the things that you will place into the courts on the records and the steps. And it's only like 3 stages of it. And we should know heirs don't do no more protesting. We don't do no more, uh, writing and begging and pleading. We don't do none of that. All we do is serve people notices and fee schedules and lawful claim of titles. The title is the property, or even yourself, your birth certificate and someone else's birth certificate is the title claim. And if somebody's doing business with that title, which they all are, then they're going to have to pay. We come and collect. And when you come and collect, you can do a non-judicial. That's in the private without the courts. Or you can do a judicial. Judicial is what we're finna go over right now. This process is how you go to the federal courts or any court and you file a claim against whatever entity that you feel that owe you that should pay. Even if it's an officer, you can make him pay through the federal, you know what I'm saying? Or you can, send it to the secretary of the state before you go federal and request that they pay it. Somebody gonna pay it, one way or another. So pleadings. Plaintiff initiate the lawsuit by filing a complaint outlining the claims against the defendant. The defendant then files an answer responding to the claim made in the complaint. So basically, that is the first stage. The second stage is the discovery. Both parties gather information from each other through methods like interrogatory, inter, interrogatory, interrogatory. I think I'm pronouncing it right. I don't know. Written questions, requests for production of documents and dispositions, oral questions of witnesses. So basically, the second stage is gathering the evidence, and you would do somewhat like a writ of production. The writ of production is requesting that each side produce their facts or evidence. Affidavits are the facts. The best affidavits are handwritten because you are a living being. Anytime something is typed out, that is a corporation. That means dead. So when you want to do an affidavit, it's best that you write it out because this is a living vessel, living being that is really speaking. And we have the highest form of authority because of the living. Everything else is dead. Um, Pre-trial motion. Pre-trial motion is right before trial. So you give them the opportunity to get out of it, which it would be a notice to settle, or it's another one, to settle issue or something like that. I forgot what the motion is, but I'm gonna put these motions up on We Bliss. So when you click on the property with the rest of the forms, it's gonna be over there. I'm gonna put these motions up there so you can do your 1, 2, 3 step to go collect. Most cases are settled before you go into a trial. So just know that these cases probably would never, when you come in to collect, they would never go to trial because anybody we collecting on, they guilty as a mother. You know what I'm saying? They know they dead. Dead means debtor, if anybody didn't know that. We ain't gonna go over the no appeal because, that would be not for us in the near future. Let's go to settlement. Most civil cases resolved through settlement, a negotiation between the parties at any point during the process, often before trial. Yeah. So the stages of civil case in court proceedings typically include pleadings filed by complaint and answer. So you got to wait on them to answer when you first file your complaint. You let them be known. You let it be known in your complaint when you filed it to open the case what you're stating that was done, and you're charging for those things even according to your fee schedule. And they can argue it back and say they don't owe, okay? Because they cannot go silent. If they go silent, that is capitulating, meaning submission to your claim, and you automatically win whatever the hell it is you're suing for. So they have to respond. They have to get their lawyers and all that good shit. I love that. Cause that means it's dancing time. You gotta put on your little nice suit, you gotta put on that shit that that look good on you, right? So they don't want to do that. I'm just making a joke. They will settle. Um, Discovery information is the second part of it, as we discussed. You know what I'm saying? Pre-trial motions is the last part, right before trial. Evidence, presenting evidence and arguments, and potentially you don't have to worry about the appeal part. Yeah. Well, hold up. Before we go here, I want to share something. Yeah. Okay, Title Section 18. These are some of the laws that everybody is breaking. I don't care if it's an insurance company, your credit company, your mortgage company, your car dealership, the court, the judge, the bailiff, the clerk, every fucking body. Okay, they all breaking these laws right here that I'm finna discuss with y'all. These laws came from David Wynn Miller, and I'm glad that he, put something out like that. And the actress, Keisha, ended up running across it and sent it to me. And it was phenomenal laws that we all should know. So I'm just going to discuss them right now tonight, real quick. I'm just going to go over the titles and let y'all see the realm of the fraud that they have created. And really, y'all will see too tonight that they are all actors. They're fucking actors. And I've been saying that the whole time. So now we're here and we're acting with them. See, that's when I go into my Jane Bond character. You know what I'm saying? So, Title 18, Section 1001 of the United States Code covered false statements, concealment, and other offenses. So false statements, anytime somebody say something against you, or, or saying that you owe them a debt, for example, like saying, oh, you owe me this amount of much money. That is a false statement, because you really never gave me shit. And that's the part where we're gonna start right there. Like, show me where you gave me something that you earned the money and you loaned me something, and a bank can't even loan money. So that's a whole nother lie. And it's just okay, we're gonna stop right now. Then this section is um, Title 15 USC Section 1692E is a section of the United States Code that prohibit debt collectors from using false or misleading representations when collecting debts. Like, even the instrument that they're mailing us saying that we owe them is fraud. And you can get in trouble. Some of these laws right here that we're reading, they can even get prison time for this shit. So you think they want to go to trial? You sent it in the mail, and then when you sent it in the mail, that's a whole nother crime, because you just committed fraud in the mail fraud. You know what I'm saying? Because you sent this fraudulent ass document to me in the mail saying I owe you something, and you never gave us shit. Our social security trust has already paid for everything. You cannot get securities from Security Exchange Commission if you're not a humanitarian. So they plan humanitarians, but they don't enslave the fucking planet as well. So they're getting funding where people can be taken care of without having debt, but they're playing the game to enslave people and putting people in debt. And we are the first to call their ass on their fraud. Okay. This is U.S. Title 15, Chapter 2B and 78FF. It's a U.S. code, a willful violation, false and misleading statements of any person who willfully violate any provision of this chapter. So, somebody who willfully trying to, they got some large fines, man, 25 million. I mean, 20 years, you can get up to 20 years or whatever the case may be. It get ugly for that type of, you willfully lying and shit. You, these ain't no small crimes, especially when it comes to collecting debt. That's what they're really talking about, you know. So this one is Title 18, Section 242. Mute your mic. Whoever that is, mute your mic. Title 18, 242 of the United States Code makes it a crime willfully deprives a person of their right under color of law. So when somebody take away your right using color of law, because you got to understand, color of law is de facto. That means it's pretending. It's under pretense of law. They're acting. They're just acting. And y'all gonna find out where the stage at and the theater is at in a minute. Okay, hold up. Title 18, Section 196, 1961, 1961 of the United States Code defines racketeering activity. Now, racketeering activity is actually the RICO. That's what this is. Acting or threats involving murder, kidnapping. Yeah, I know somebody that don't kidnap, you know, gambling, arson, robbery, bribery, extortion, dealing in obscene manner, or dealing in a controlled substance, acts that are indictable under other provisions of the Title 18, such as bribery, counterfeiting, theft from interstate shipment, embezzlement. I know somebody who done some embezzling, and more acts that are indictable under Title 29, such as dealing with restrictions on payments and loans to labor organizations act and are indictable under the Current and Foreign Transaction Act, Reporting Act, and acts that are indictable under the Immigration and Nationality Act, Title 18, Section 1961 through 1968 are considered the broadest of the federal criminal statutes and are known as the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization Act. So that's pretty much what that is, you know. So they basically are under a disguise, a guise. And this means the same thing as a disguise, okay? And it external form, appearance, or manner of presentation, typically concerning the true nature of something. So some told me to look up stock company, y'all. And this is what stock company, means actually. Joint stock company, a business entity which is owned by shareholders, right? And then the other definition, it always got two. Stock company is a group of actors, resident to a repertory theatre, often performing more than one play, but on different evenings or days. So they doing a play, they acting, right? Let's go. Repertory theatre. Let's see what this is. Repertory theatre, also called repertory or a rep. How many times we don't heard them say that's my rep? You have a rep or whatever they be saying, and true rep or stock, which are also called producing a theatrice. A theatrice is a theatre in which a resident company presents work from a specified repertory, usually in alternation or rotation. So they, back and forth playing this game in a theater pretty much, because that's what a repertory theatre is. It's like a theater place. Okay, stock company again. A a company whose ownership is divided into shares that can be bought or sold. Then the second one, a theater group made up of actors who perform together. Hmm? So we acting for real. Then it say a company or corporation whose capital divide into shares. Now the flip side, a commercial theatrical company that presents a repertory of plays, usually at one theater. Where's the theater? The damn courthouse. That's the stage. Say finance. A company or corporation whose capital is divided into shares represented by stock. Okay. Then the second side of it, a company acting a repertory of plays more or less permanently together, usually at its own theater. We already know where that's at. So that's pretty much all I want to share right there. Yeah, I'm glad to see the family here. Beautiful faces that hasn't been here in a minute, so it's all love for them. But happy, honored. I got some questions, okay? So before we go into questions, Supreme got questions. So we got like a new thing going. Supreme asks questions just to see who probably know the answer and who probably, hopefully everybody know the answer. So what is considered abandoned property? Do anybody know that, or anybody want to give me that answer to the family? What we consider abandoned property, y'all?
Foreclosure. Can you hear me?
Property owned.
Okay. Yeah, Richard, he caught it. Yeah.
Foreclosed.
Absolutely. Richard, he got it out. Good job, my bro. Bro's got to get in, you know what I'm saying? Can't let these women outdo us, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was just playing. It's not a competition, y'all. We already been through this, so cut it out, okay? It's not a competition. But now, good job, bro. Foreclosure most definitely is abandoned property. And the way the Facebook owner is taking indigenous property down there on the islands right now, he's claiming it, and those people don't know how to defend it. They know nothing about their little game that they're acting, and these bad actors are just, stealing land, and that's how they've been stealing it. So now we showing up at the party and we're taking the land back. We're not thieves. We're the original owners. So I only got 3 questions. So this next question is, after claiming the property, what is the first thing you would want to do? After claiming the property. Oh, who that? That my girl, Denise.
No, that
Who
was
that? Who that? Who that is? Oh, that's mom. Hey.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, is you showing up and showing out? That what's going on? Showing up and showing out. Yeah, that what's going on. Good answer. You was quick on the draw too. I like that. Heck yeah. Yes. Quiet title. That's what he did. I'm gonna put this video up. Y'all gonna see in the morning that, this man will claim 8 properties at one time. So we don't want to hear that shit about, we only got to claim one of them. We was being cautious and all of that. And they letting me know that if you want to go for 3 or 4, you can just shoot right away. You know what I'm saying? And the best way I would say to go about this is record the deed, file a claim with the federal courts. Of course, we going fed on everything. And also do your non-judicial process as well. That means drop your lien, do your notice of default, give it 90 days, let it mature, and go collect. And that's how we do it. So all of this is on We Blessed too as well. The last question is, what is the highest title claim to property? What is the highest title claim to property?
Is it the quiet title?
Is
You
it
missed
equity?
it.
The loading title.
Oh,
Patented.
no, I'm gonna have to stop y'all.
Possession. Possession.
Y'all abusing me. Hold on. No. Please stop. Cut it out. Cut it out. Y'all dropped the ball. Everybody. I set y'all up too. I'm fine. I set y'all up. I said this in the beginning. Aboriginal title claim is the highest title claim, and you have to do it through a tribe or a nation or a state. But it has to be independent from the United States or any other state. And I gave y'all the answer. I'm good. Yes, one for me. Y'all slow.
But the nation would be Aire Nation, right?
I'm just messing with y'all. Y'all are brilliant. Now, yeah, what you would be claiming, like you're basically saying I'm a part of something independent and I'm claiming it as a representative of my nation. I represent this, I don't represent that. So you gotta have something to represent so they can know your jurisdiction of law. See, our nation is actually set up as a nation or a state, whatever you want to call it, or a tribe. It can be labeled as a tribe as well. Whatever you want to call it, it's set up like that. And we're in Delaware. And Delaware is the Delaware Indians, and that's what they call the Iroquois, which is the 6 nations that joined together from all over the land that was indigenous that had that area right there on lock. And it's questionable that that same area was where the home of Morocco was at. So, they trying to hide that truth, but we gonna find out everything already done came out anyway. We just got to put it together so the nation can be able to know it and we can be able to teach these facts. You know what I'm saying? But so we already set up, and so what you'll be doing right before I'm just gonna answer this little part and I'm gonna let you have your question, so don't forget it. You basically are claiming the property yourself. So you're going to put your name on it, but you're going to put our nation up front on your lien. And you're going to put yourself on the addendum. because you're letting it be known that this new nation or state is claiming the property on my behalf, and I'm the representative because I'm the beneficiary of it, meaning that it's for my benefit. You see what I'm saying? And that's how we come. So what is the question?
Can a foreigner hold the allodial title here?
Allodial titles, I don't even think they honor it. They got this little system that everybody is acting, and property is up for grabs. It's free. It's a free fall. If it ain't occupied, it's considered abandoned. If it don't have human life in it, utilities turned on, up and running, and people living in it, it's abandoned.
Well, let me rephrase that question.
Mm-hmm.
If you get an indigenous person who claims land that a foreigner has an allodial title on, can that indigenous person get that land from that foreigner? Because as far as I know, or at least I thought I knew, a foreigner can't really own land here unless you were one of the original foreigners that was granted land.
Well, any living being can own land no matter who they are.
Okay.
The laws are already written. These are old, ancient laws. They're over 2,000 years old. All these laws that we're learning right now. And it's written for beings. They don't see who is not. You see, they don't see that. If you're a living being, you have just as much right as anyone else.
Okay.
So if you are a living being, you have a property, we cannot claim that property. Even if you're not living in it. If you own that property and somebody served that resident and you get that notice saying that somebody's trying to claim your property, then you can answer that. And you don't even have to live in it, and they still will have to honor you as the owner. But only living beings have this power. But the problem is the whole planet is in foreclosure with these banks. You know how many empty properties? I just claimed one, put a lien on one so big in Atlanta. The property damn near sit on 3 acres of property. The house is 3 acres big. This motherfucker big as hell. And it's foreclosure. Sister Cynthia got one that's worth $4 million. It looked like that home on Coming to America. So the land is up for grabs regardless. And that's the way it's set up. And they was the only ones knowing about it, and they've been using it. We just stumbled on it because I was like, it looked like it can be done to me. So let's just do it and see what, I don't think it says it right there. It says it right there. And we just finding, I say we in new territory, but we did pretty damn good, in that foreign territory. And we out here doing the shit live while we figure it out at the same time, because there is no books to teach this shit that they got everybody so lost and don't know what to do in. So now we properly know how to claim land, and it's not through the old way. That's ancient times. They've been stopped doing allodial titles or whatever that came from. They don't even do that no more. They got this little system to where if you see a property, you can just occupy it, and you just let the counties or the store clerks. They are where you pay for property or land at or record, because you don't really have to pay for it. You claim. You claim, and you can also put a price tag on it. If anybody say that you don't, that's my property or whatever the case may be, so your claim disappear. But if nobody can speak up, then your claims is this. It is this. And your payment is the UCC financial statement. That's a whole check right there. The goddess Bernice, who's here, who's finna sell her house pretty soon. She's one of the first. They in a race of who gonna sell first. It ain't no race, but somebody gonna sell first, and then they'll be the first to do that. But she submitted her UCC, and it made her whole mortgage disappear, and her credit even got better. It is a real check for real, especially when you're, you know, you do everything else right too. Like go ahead and get claim your title. And she went through a quiet title action to get her title in her name when the property wasn't even in her name, but it is now. So this is the system that they're running when they kidnap the land. You got to understand, Mama, that this come from 1830, whatever, when the Trail of Tears. All this shit started around that time. And they've been kidnapping the land saying, you owe me, so you're a debtor. And, in order for you to pay, we're going to have to have court. And if you can't pay the debt, then you go into chain gang. We're going to put you in chain gang. Slavery. So they stole the indigenous land that way, saying they owed them. They were debtors, which made them civilly dead. Yeah, anybody else got anything y'all want? This is the question time, y'all. Anybody got any other questions or anything they want to say before we catch up?
Hey, how you doing there, Supreme? This is Russell Sapp, man. I got a question, man. I pretty much need help.
Okay.
I got assignment of deed of trust. My house is getting ready to go into foreclosure. I don't know how far into foreclosure it is yet. I just pulled up on my county clerk and found that they put a assignment of deed of trust from the lawyer's office that took on the foreclosure. This year it was recorded 12/23/2024. I just got copy of it. So my thing is I have an idea of what to do. I just need clarification on all the steps to take as far as the lien, how to do the quiet title, like an example or something like that. Because I've been looking online on how to do the quiet title, but they kind of don't explain to you. They just tell you what a quiet title is, but it don't explain to you how to do it or what steps to take. And I know you guys been telling us what steps to take, but I don't have an example of what to look at, so I don't know exactly how to fill it out or the
I got
steps.
you.
You don't
I got you.
understand?
I got you. You're gonna have to record your deed first.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the deed at your house?
I do have I do know how to do the recorder of a deed. Yes, I do know how to do that.
Have you seen the deed that's currently on the house?
Yes, I have seen it.
Who name is on it?
It's
Is it yours or somebody else? Is somebody else name?
well, the most recent one that I seen was back in December, and it was me and my wife's name on there.
Okay, well, y'all already the owner. See,
yeah,
and they're trying to take your house. So what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to challenge them on their claim. See, the problem that we do most as a people globally, this shit is global now. This taking over the land through this trickery of acting through stock companies. The course of stock companies. That's another thing I was showing y'all tonight. They all stock companies. So having a stock company meaning you're acting, and you got a theater place. You got to have a theater place. That's the courthouse. So, but this is all ancient still. So don't get it twisted. This shit is just old and it's trickery, and this is like the devil's game of law. You know what I'm saying? So, legalese. But you're gonna have to record the deed, and then once you record the deed, this give you your action to do a quiet title action because you have a title your name is already on the deed. But I was gonna say, yeah, you got to challenge them, and when you do challenge them, you also want to go and record your deed.
Okay.
You want to take this out of the social and put it over into your trust.
Okay.
You already got your 9-8, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do.
Okay. So you know how to do that. You know to make your estate name that you get online with iris.gov.
Yeah.
You make that estate name the debtor.
Okay.
And then your trust is the secure party. Your foreign trust, your 9-8 number.
Okay.
And make sure you put your number next to the names.
Okay.
The estate number goes next to the estate, which is the debtor, and the creditor. Your 9-8 number goes next to the name, the trust name. So they can be able to identify that these are two different entities. They're not the same, even though it's the same name.
Okay.
So you're gonna go down there and put a lien on the property on your on your land that you already own already, but you're gonna hand it over to your 9-8 through your UCC.
Okay.
And then you're gonna record the deed the same way. Your estate is giving it to your 9-8, and what proof you have of that? Your lien that you filed. That was the purchase.
Okay. Estate.
And on that lien, you don't have to put a price. When you're giving property to yourself, everybody, you put a gift deed. You put a gift. You don't even have to put deed. You can say a gift.
A gift.
Because you're gifting this property to your trust. You don't have to charge yourself. You see what I'm saying? That's like giving property to a family member. You don't have to charge your family member. It was a gift. And when you the taxes on the house to be switched over to the 9-8, it's the same thing. You're gonna put it with them saying it's a gift. So you don't even gotta pay no taxes on it in there. Yeah.
Okay.
But if you know what to do, challenge them and then go through the stages of recording your deed. But make sure you challenge them.
Okay. Now when I challenge them, that's when I go down there and do the.
No, it's in the book. Did you get the book?
Yeah, I got the book. I'm
okay,
where it
say the bills, it's in the back of the book. It's gonna tell you. It's gonna tell you to question them to produce the documents that state that they loaned you some money.
Okay, gotcha.
And it tell you the title of the document. You can write anything in the document requesting it, but the title, it gave you the title, what the title it under,
Okay.
What act or whatever the case may be. And I would also not leave out asking them to present a full audit. You can send the IRS forms and everything that audit them, because I'm gonna need y'all to show me how much money y'all made and how did you make it? Because I want to make sure you know what I'm saying, y'all ain't got no freaking shit going on, and how you gave it to me. I need to know everything about you since you claiming we did business together. And you entitled when you are a party of doing business with someone. You are entitled to know, even if it's in the private. Only you and them should know everything about each other.
Okay.
Since you charging me, I need to know how you gave me some. And that's the thing you're challenging. And when you challenge it, they shit gonna go away. It's gonna go away because they're not gonna show up. They already know they lying. And even if they show up, we spank them. I don't even know you. When did I sign something with you? Because most of the time, when you sign at the car dealership, the loan company wasn't even there. So I don't even know you. When did you give me anything?
Here's the definition of audit.
Yeah, so that's what's up. Anybody else? Did that help you out though, bro?
Oh, yes, sir. Definitely.
All right.
I
Anybody
appreciate
else? For sure. Everybody good. Well, that's what's up. Hallelujah, glory, glory, glory to us from this new realm that we're touching down in, and we're the first, and And we're just going to continue to spread our wings. Let's just say that, because the land thing is it's a beautiful thing. You know, I'm just thankful. The stock thing is taking me for a loop. I did not know that it was a theater thing and it's a group of actors. But hey, I always like acting. So I guess we on the big stage on planet Earth. It's just one big act around the globe is going on. So let's get in the act of things. And yeah, so y'all, I hope y'all, you know, just learned something here today. I just try to share something every time. You know what I'm saying? It might not be every time, but hopefully it do. But love y'all. See y'all Wednesday. And that's when it's going down again. Hopefully we have some great news by that time, because we got some big shit popping this week. For real, when it comes to the property. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Talk
Peace
to
and
you
love.
later.
Love you.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Talk to you later, man. Peace and love.
Hands up.